speaker, Dr. Ravindra Naik sir, and also my dear senior colleagues and also dear student participants. So today's program is on mechanization opportunities in banana cultivation and also processing by Dr. Ravindra Naik sir. So before going to the topic, just I will read out the brief biodata of Ravindra Naik sir. So Ravindra Naik is working as a principal scientist in ICIAE Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering, Regional Research Station, Coimbatore, and he is in Agriculture Research Service in Agriculture Structure and Process Engineering for the last 25 years, and he's having more experience. And he's obtained his PhD from 1998 from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore, and he joined in ICIAE Directorate of Rice Research, Hyderabad in 1998, and he is also involved in more than 45 research projects and also developed 50 equipments in various capacities, out of which many of them have been commercialized. 2 patents have been awarded for his work, and 7 technologies are at various stages of patenting. He has obtained funding for various organizations like CWC, FCI, ABD, ICR, DST, MOFPI, DOAC, SCRB, DBT, NASF, etc. With the total funding revenue generation of 25 crores, he has undergone training in the field of nutraceuticals from Virginia Tech, USA. He was also nominated by Government of India to USA, China, Cambodia for various assignments. He is a member of BIS FAD 20 and involved in testing of post-harvest equipment, more than 160 equipment. He is also involved in as an expert member in various committees of UPSC, PMFME, BIRAC, DST, SCRB, DOAC, etc. He is also won about 30 awards. He is the recipient of ICR NASI awardee for the year 2014 for the design and development of agriculture equipment. He is the fellow of Indian Institute of Agriculture Engineering, New Delhi, Institute of Engineers, Kolkata, Scientific Society, New Delhi, Sugar Technologies Association of India, and he is also a life member for more than 10 various scientific society, and he has made contributions in various national and also international research journals and other scientific documents. With this brief introduction, I request our today's speaker, Ravindra Naik sir, please start the program and give the lecture on processing, the mechanization of mechanization in banana production.
Is it seen?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Visible,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Is it seen, please?
Yes, sir. It is in presentation. Okay. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to all the participants. The time allotted to me is about an hour, so I will try to restrict to this time. And the topic what is allotted to me, it is a vast topic in case of mechanization opportunity in both the pre and after harvest activity. As told, I am Ravindra Naik. Now you can please note down my mobile number and also the email ID if required. I am from an institute which is called as the Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering, which is a premier institute in agriculture mechanization. And then I also given the details of the website of the institute, and I request you to have a look at the institute, which is a premier institution in case of agriculture mechanization and also the after mechanization activity. So so my talk will be in brief about a lead to mechanization, some of the general equipment of mechanization, and also I I will tell the mechanization equipment for after harvest activity also. A brief about the equipment that has been covered for generation of filth from banana pseudostem, and and a few success stories to e- uh, to link to each case. So if you see, the mechanization is holding a key because of its uh, of its dwindling population, and thus we should have an have an energy intensive mechanization equipment and also this policy. So if you see generally across the uh, across our our value chain in production, it has various operations starting from tillage to sowing to fertilizer, irrigation, harvesting, and also after harvest activity. And if you see the mechanization status, it is different for different operations. So by keeping this in mind, we need to have a have a priority in terms of mechanization. And also, if you see, the agriculture machinery distribution across across the country is not even. So you can see here some of the states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, it is having a large industry in mechanization. But if you see other states, example this northeast in Uttarakhand and other things, it is having a deficit of mechanization equipment. So by keeping this in mind, we should have an good mechanization policy so that there is a equal distribution of the mechanization. So this, all of you know that, and this contribution in mechanization is basically in terms of saving of seed, fertilizer, time, labor, and also to increase the productivity. So then the mechanization is slowly moving from animal to manual to the use of sophisticated equipment. So then if you see, the role of mechanization is really important if you keep on seeing the increasing population, and also if you see that the effective use of equipment and mechanization is surely going to have an impact on the number of people whom it is being dependent. So the topic that is allotted today is to talk about the mechanization status by keeping our crop, that is the banana crop that has been allotted to us. About banana, its crop, and then I'm sure a lot of speakers would have talked about it. I will not go into a lot of detail about it, but I'll be talking about the equipment of mechanization in mechanization and also after harvest mechanization. This is a profile uh, to see the areas in which the banana is growing, and of course it is being concentrated basically in the southern states of the country, and there's a constant growth of banana in terms of production, but our export scenario is not so very good, and that is the reason there is a lot of importance given to mechanization and also after harvest mechanization. So if you see, uh, as as I told you, the mechanization can be categorized basically into the land preparation equipment. That is a very important aspect. And also this is, if you're not knowing about the equipment which is called as the laser leveler equipment, this is a very important equipment. It takes care of the leveling of the land, and due to it, there is efficient use of irrigation water. So please concentrate on this technology, which is called as the laser leveler. And also in case of banana, we may have extensively use of this kind of agar. So the land preparation equipment is really important. And then if you see in banana plantation, uh, before planting, there's a concept which is called as treatment to sucker. So what they're doing in the sucker is the outside root is being shaved, and subsequently after shaving, the chemical is being treated, and subsequently we are doing the planting. So the important thing is how efficiently how efficiently it is being how efficiently the roots are being trimmed. So you can see traditionally we are using such kind of sickles or knife to do the trimming. of course, sometimes it is not safe, and also it is slightly labor intensive operation. So by keeping this in mind, is a, a lot of equipments have been developed. So you can see this is a simple gadget in which the shaving of the roots can be taken up, and then after the capacity of the equipment is about 90 to 100 suckers per hour. Am I audible, sir? Any one of you please respond? Am I audible?
Audible, sir. Audible.
Audible. Slides are moving. The
Yes,
movies
sir.
are
Moving,
playing.
sir. Slides are moving.
Moving and movies are playing. Movies.
Yes, sir. Movies are also
Okay.
playing.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to verify it. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
then, uh, so then you can see that there are a lot of equipment that has been developed so that the root trimming can be done, and then the cost of this equipment is about 35,000 rupees, and then subsequently based upon this a lot of equipment this for sucker shaving has been developed as uh, as I have been showing here, and then if you have got a larger sucker, there is another option to have a trimming blade mechanism set. So you can see here, this is a trimming blade, and then after by doing this, we can do the trimming of the larger sucker. The trimming of the larger sucker, it can be done, and then subsequently it can be treated, and then we can go to the planting or to the planting mechanism. And then the next equipment that is being used, especially in case of tissue culture planting, is such kind of equipment. So you can see here, this is a tractor operated or a power tiller operated, and then afterwards the uh, uh, the tissue culture banana, it can be planted. The spacing can be varied. The cost of the equipment is also not very costly, and then you can see there is a saving of cost to the tune of 80%. The saving of labor is to the tune of 90%. So what I wanted to tell you that efficient use of equipment is mandatory. We should have an efficient use of equipment. Then after doing the planting, we need to do the we do the weeding or interculture. So you can see here there are many equipment that have been used for interculture. So it can be self-propelled or tractor operated. So you can see this is a crop of banana, and this is a small tractor weeder. So there is a lot of scope for the mechanization in the operation of interculture operation, or also it is called as the weeding operation. Similarly, in plant protection, which has always been a challenge, the plant protection. So again, you can see the plant protection equipment. It can be either the animal drawn or self-propelled, or also we have got the sensor-based sprayer which has been developed at our institute also. So there's a lot of scope for doing the plant protection equipment, and then after, if you see in banana, there is always a problem of this pseudo stem getting attacked by this a lot of insect pests and other things, and to tackle this, usually they give us a syringe type of of treatment. So you can see here, this is how the treatment is is being done in a traditional way. So you can see here, this is being scooped out, and then afterwards the chemical is being taken, and also it is being injected. But if we see, it is such an unhygienic unhygienic, or we can tell that inscientific way of doing it, because we are damaging the plant, and also the exact quantity of the chemical that is being treated is not there. So by keeping this in mind, we try to develop an equipment in which we can do the precise treatment. So we can see if you want 2 ml or 3 ml or 4 ml. So we can do the exact precise treatment of the chemical that is being treated, and this is a backpack operated, and then the provision is there to give the exact quantity of the treatment of chemicals. So you can see here, this has been extensively tested, and also there are a couple of industry manufacturers who have been fabricating it. So what there's a scope of introducing such kind of equipment in every area, so that the precise application of the fertilizer of the of the uh, of the of the insecticide being injected. And then after, the next problem in banana sometimes is also the harvesting. So you can see harvesting has been a real problem in many places, and especially if it is slightly the higher end of banana. Sometimes the whole tree is cut, and then after, during the harvesting, there is always the damage of the plant. So by keeping in in this uh, and by keeping this in mind, we try to develop a, s- a tractor-operated banana bunch harvester. So you can see here, this is a tractor-operated banana bunch harvester. So you can see here, we can take to the bunch, and there is a gripping zone, and also there is a cutting blade. So you can see there is a cutting blade is there, and also there is a blade for gripping it. And then afterwards, so you can see how beautifully uh, the whole bunch is being cut, and also it is gripped, and then after it can be harvested. So what such kind of, of mechanization intervention is needed to take care of these things. And then afterwards, even after harvesting of banana, there is a problem of disposal of the pseudostem. Okay, of course, I'll be telling in subsequent slides how we can make use of the pseudostems, assuming that you don't want to make into other use, we want to shred it in the field. So we have got beautiful shudders that that are commercial available. So you can see here uh, the whole uh, the whole stem is being shredded, and it goes back to the soil. Okay, so it solves a lot of problems. The major problem is being solved, and there are a lot of commercial manufacturers are there, especially if you see in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and other places. We have got excellent manufacturing facilities who are taking this kind of facilities. So what so far I had touched about the land preparation, I had touched about the winter cultivation, I had touched about the sucker pairing, injection, harvesting. So what I have touched a lot of areas in which the mechanization tool can be introduced, especially to make it healthy. So what no, is it possible for us to own all the equipment? Of course not, because owning all the equipment may be a challenge. So uh, there is a system which is called as custom hiring system. So what in custom hiring, what they do is all the equipment are being kept at a place, and there is a specific rate that has been fixed for every equipment. So what it happens is it gives a scope for the entrepreneurship development. A lot of village youth are involved in this, and there's a huge government support. So if you go to any agriculture department or agriculture engineering department, there are huge number of schemes uh, that are supporting such kind of custom hiring centers. So what I request, uh, I request the individuals who are interested in the to become an entrepreneur. Definitely, you can use the opportunity of uh, of becoming the custom hiring operator. So so far, I told you the equipment that can be used for the mechanization. So, what equal number of opportunities are there to introduce the mechanization tool in the after harvest activity? So, you can see here this thing would have been covered by your earlier speakers. I will not go into a lot of details about it because it will be a duplication of my talk. Generally, the value added product in banana are being divided into the product from unripe banana, the product from ripe banana, and from product from the no the other waste. Okay, so you can see here this is a glimpse, and then afterwards all all these products are there. The product from unripe banana. So we have got banana chips, we have got flour, no, we have got baby food, we have got snack food, biscuits, and a lot of other products. But then so you can see the product from the ripe food. But then, if you want to do it on an economic scale, if you want to do it as a business model, if you want to become an entrepreneur, we need equipment, we need mechanization. We cannot do it on an home scale basis and then afterwards it cannot be taken up as a challenging. So what I'll be telling about the different equipment that can be used to do this product on a commercial base, so that it can be important. This one, the earlier speakers must have told that a lot of bakery products are also being developed from the banana bread. And then our aim is to see that our product it goes from the local market to export market, or at least to the urban areas, so that it is a benefit for all of us. This is the view of some of the pack houses, and you can see the extent of mechanization that is going into the establishment of pack houses. Believe me, no, please visit the pack houses, especially in Maharashtra, in Tamil Nadu. You can see such kind of beautiful pack houses. But even for the transportation, assume 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 you want to transport for an uh, assume you want to transport uh, such kind of harvested product. So again we have got mechanization, small mechanization intervention in terms of this cable car and other things. And believe me, such kind of transport is mandatory if you want to export to other countries. Assume that you have got an export order of banana to Europe. The first question they will ask is whether there is any human drudgery involved. If you tell yes, they will tell no, we don't want to buy the product from you. So by taking this in mind, if you're able to do such kind of small mechanization intervention, it's going to be a huge advantage, especially in terms of the export and value addition. Another challenge which has been faced by a lot of traders is the illegal way, or not illegal, it is the unscientific way of ripening of bananas. So you can see that many of them they are using the calcium carbide for ripening, and once the heat is generated, they are cooling with the ice block, and then they're trying to ripen the banana. But these are not scientifically permitted. So again, as an entrepreneur, you can always go for establishing the ripening chamber. So you can see small, beautiful ripening chamber of about 1 ton per batch, or 2 ton per batch. And believe me, there is a lot of technological support, a lot of financial support from the government agencies. So if you go to any state horticulture mission, there is a scheme to support such kind of ripening chamber. So what do they do in ripening chamber? So we got a control of of temperature, humidity, ethylene gas, and also the content of ethylene can be analyzed. So by playing a balancing role between the temperature, humidity, and the ethylene gas generator, we can have an efficient ripening chamber. As I told you, mechanization and processing is the key. You may not, all of you may be thinking that mechanization means it's only land preparation, it's only farm mechanization. No, mechanization in processing has an has an pivotal role, because if you see in processing, no, we have got a operation like slicing, cutting, blanching, pulping, extrusion, drying. So we have got n number of operations in processing. So a small processing line will have a slicing machine, a blanching machine, a frying machine, and a drum roaster. So you can see here the challenge is we should know the capacity. So you can see here, no, even in a small processing like a processing line in banana, we have got a capacity from 100 to 1000 kg per hour. So we should know our capacity, and then based upon that, we need to choose the right kind of equipment. I I showed you the gamut of equipment that are available in banana chip processing. But then we need not go for all the equipment. We can choose the equipment that is required for us. And please note the point that the equipment should be operating at about 60 to 70% of the field capacity. Field capacity means assume that the equipment is about 100 kg per hour. We should be able to use it at least for 60 to 70 kg per hour to make it efficient. So what another area in which the banana processing line has been is picking up is basically in terms of dehydration. Again, you can see in dehydration we need to use the efficient solar dryer. the choose of efficient solar dryer is the key to get the quality and product in banana, especially if you are going for export. What I'm showing, this is all the real scenario of the entrepreneurs who have developed in the field. Now, even if you want to make chips making, so you can see how many varieties of equipment are available. So I can see this first is chips making, and then the and then we got electrical, this oil frying system, chips making, and then ordinary oil frying system. So we have got a lot of system. Even in a small operation like chips making, we have got a lot of equipment or mechanization that is being playing. And then there is one more equipment. This, this equipment is called the prep brancher cum dryer. So what does it does is during the processing of banana, we may require equipment for blanching. Blanching means steaming and then after heating it. And also the next step may be dryer. And then after, so to avoid these two type of equipment, a separate blancher, a separate dryer, the same equipment, it can be used as a blancher and also it can be used as a dryer. Such kind of intervention or such kind of innovativeness is required. Please note this. This is another important point. Vacuum fried banana chip. Please note down if if somebody is interested. Vacuum fried banana chip is a concept. So what is happening here is the frying of banana is done at a reduced pressure. So when we are doing at and reduced pressure, so what happens? The boiling point of the oil comes down, and then the whole frying operation, it is taken at a lower temperature. So what happens when we do the frying at a lower temperature? We are getting this better color. The nutrients are retained. The same oil, it can be reused for 50 times or or 30, 40 times. We get better texture, better sensory evaluation, and ultimately we have got this higher finished product. This is the area where the entrepreneurs who are joined here, the students who are joined here, they can think of becoming entrepreneur by a concept which is called as vacuum frying of banana. So, uh, so what even this neatly packed product, it will have it gives extra revenue, it gives better appearance. So we can go for a simple operation such as the linear shrink wrapping equipment. So what does it does is, so you can see here the banana is being shrink wrapped, and then ultimately, definitely it will fetch the higher rate. So what such kind of small interventions are really very important. Now you would have seen the product just like pasta, macaroni, or other product. Here again, we have got equipment. We have got very beautiful equipment. This is a view of one of the industry which is based in and around Coimbatore. So you can see here the quantity of product that is being processed, and and also and also you can see the hygiene that is being maintained. So what all this is possible if you are able to use good equipment, good technique, hygiene, hygiene condition, and to do this we need to have equipment. So you can see how how these various products just like puree, pasta and macaroni are being made, but it is been possible due to the efficient use of equipment. So there is a new so what all of us must be knowing the product which is called as extruded product that already just like this macaroni, just as kurkuri and other things. So there are a lot of equipment which are either imported or even the local made, so we can use this banana-based product either in single or in combination with the other products, uh, just like cassava and other things. So we are getting a lot of beautiful equipment, and this is possible due to the mechanization intervention. But as I told you, we need to choose the right kind of equipment, the right capacity, and that's the challenge. Nowadays, a lot of talk about the banana atta or flour. Even a prime minister has told about this in this in this Monkey Bath program. And after this, this product has become very popular. So for this, what we need is a blancher, and then the same equipment is being used for drying, and then afterwards we are using this pulverizer to make powder. And this is the equipment which is called as this verbo sifter. If you're not knowing the the use of verbo sifter, the verbo sifter is basically to grade the powder in, into different fractions. So what all this equipment, if required, either one equipment, two equipment, or the whole package of equipment, it can be used. Okay, nowadays a lot of talk about this retort packing. So retort packing is basically done so that the shelf life of the product, no, it can be increased to some 1.5 years or 2 years. So, so what we are doing is uh, the product is being treated at an high temperature for a very short time, or at a high pressure and temperature combination, and then afterwards it is being aseptically packing of the equipment has been done. And for this, we have got equipment. And nowadays, a lot of talk about sensors, automation, and other things. And believe me, this particular industry of, of agriculture mechanization or the food mechanization is having a lot of scope to do introduction of such kind of technology. Even a small intervention, just like this va- vacuum packing of banana. So you can see this a small video that is going on here. So what she does is she is doing treating of the banana with the suitable treating media, and then if you keep observing, so you can see she's putting a small label that is for ethylene absorb, absorbent or scrubbing agent based upon it, and you can see her, she's taking a pipe and she's pulling out the air. So what it does is once the air is pulled out, the respiration activity of the product that is being stored, it reduces, and thereby there is an enhancement of shelf life. And this is called a technology which is called as vacuum packaging. And so what these are the small examples. So what so far I told you about the various tools for mechanization, and also I gave some of the example of the tools that are being used for after harvest technology. The half the after harvest, a lot of products are being developed. You know the product, you know the standards, you know to make it. But to become an entrepreneur or to take it to the next level, we need equipment, we need mechanization. So now let us come to the last part of my talk is a lot of talk about. So you can see banana is being utilized, but then a lot of other products are there. A lot of other products in terms of stem and leaf and other things. So you can see here, no, believe me, sometimes the revenue which is generated from the stem and the leaf and the rhizome and the other thing, it is much more than that is coming out from the whole banana. For example, if you take the banana pseudostem, if you take the cross section of the banana pseudostem, we have got in the center, we have got the central core, and we have got a layer around central core, which is about 13 or 16 layers are there. And believe me, all these are being put into economic returns. So what does the banana pseudostem does is we get a lot of product. We get the product in terms of fiber, in rope, then afterwards in during extraction of fiber, we are getting this particular liquid which is called as a sap. The sap is being used as a growth regulator in terms of vegetable nursery, and then we are getting this particular no this material which is called as scutcher. The scutcher is again used for vermicomposting. So there is a whole gamut of product that is being used, and and we can see here a lot of products are being developed. I'll I will tell you briefly in my subsequent classes, subsequent slides regarding the various products. So you can see we can make this candy, pickle, soft drink, paper, compost, vermicompost. A lot of products it can be made. So if you see in banana, in 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 terms of fiber, again we have got a lot of handicrafts that are being made. And again, as a, as I have been always telling, equipment is important. Without equipment, without mechanization tools, you cannot work it on an economical model. Assume that from the banana soda stem, you want to extract the fiber. Okay, so there is equipment which is called as the banana fiber extractor. So you can see here. So what he is doing is he just putting it inside the equipment, and then afterwards he's pulling it back, and then afterwards we are getting no we are getting the banana fiber that is being extracted. Okay. Uh, so what to make a successful uh, entrepreneurship or successful industry or successful return from banana pseudo stem, we need to have an efficient banana extraction unit. So you can see here either it can be done manually or or there are very efficient equipment to extract banana fiber, and this is a view of the of the banana fiber extractors. So what banana pseudostem is there. If required equipment is there to cut it into two pieces, and then the outside pseudostem is sometimes scientifically, is also called a texas, and then the heart of the system is banana extraction unit. After we need to rinse, and then after we need to dry. Okay, so so you can see here uh, the cost of the banana fiber is around 200 to 300 rupees, depending upon the season, depending upon from where it is coming, depending upon its luster. So your next question may be, is it economical to have an equipment? Definitely, this is going to be your question. To make you understand, we just had a small briefing for you. The cost of equipment may be around 1 lakh around, and and then the the space required is really minimal. It's about 50 square feet. In a day, you can extract about 10 to 12 kg of banana fiber, and then the price is around 200 rupees per kg. Of course, the cost economics is is quite satisfactory. And then initially there are some manufacturers who will take back the banana fiber to give you a support. And also these equipments are not too much energy consuming. Just to make you understand, we had a small briefing about the economics of it. And what there are some group of people who have tried to convert it into eco-friendly product, convert it into the children napkin, convert it into sanitary napkin, convert it into paper and board. So there are a lot of technologies that are available, but challenges we need to have an economic model. We need to have an efficient equipment. Not only this, this product from banana fiber is also being used as an ingredient in the pharmaceutical nutraceutical and also in the food industry. Let us not go into the details of it because of the time that is being allotted. If somebody is interested, definitely you can come back to me because we have developed a lot of success stories in it. This one of the success story you can see this husband and wife, they came all the way from this Bihar. No, they stayed with us. They got the training, and believe me, the hard work, it never fails. You can see the number of awards that they have got, and even today they are doing it successfully. If somebody who can come all the way from Bihar and then go back and then do it there, definitely you can do it in Andhra, definitely you can do it in Telangana, in Karnataka, or whichever place it is there, you can do. This is another success story. I request you to just Google and see. This is a guy from MP. You can just he has become such a hot shot here. He also came to our he he came to our place. Maybe he took some initial training. He went to a lot of other institutions, and now he has become a, a success. Yeah, in last Diwali, he developed such kind of product, everything based upon the banana and its product. So what there is a lot of success story. We have done some of the projects, for the high end high end of the project profiling for the whole government of Gujarat. the profiling has been done. So the examples what I had told you is that it can be done at a micro level, a medium level, and also in a major level. So, what this is the equipment that you would have seen here. So I can see that these are the various models of banana fiber extraction. So and this is given capacity of about 10 to 12 kg per hour. So what we thought is even if you're able to increase the capacity of the equipment to about 25 to 30 kg per hour, it will do a wonder to it. So to do this, we developed an equipment, a very efficient equipment. So I can see here. So this is the traditional one, and and this is the equipment what we had developed along with the National Research Center of Banana. So along with them, the equipment has been developed. So you can see we can do multiple feeding. So we can do single feeding, double feeding, triple feeding, and also there is uh, the sense of automations and sensors that has been involved. So what these are some of the uh, small uh, small interventions that has been done. So what so far I told you about uh, basically no the banana fiber is being extracted from the inner layer, that is from the fine layers. From the outside coarse layer, of course, the fiber can be extracted, but then if you can convert it into rope, rope is another very, very beautiful technology, very popular technology. So what is happening is we are converting in fiber extraction, we are working on the on the on the raw fiber, but here we are again it is being dried and then it is being splitted and then we are converting into rope and then various value added products. Now from every hectare an additional revenue of more than a lakh it can be generated if you are able to convert it into rope. So you can see traditionally, so what I told is we need to do splitting. So like splitting is there, and once splitting is there, we are doing winding. So first step is splitting. Splitting can be hand splitting or by nails, and then after we have got twisting here. So again twisting. So so we can see here that the different twisting operations. So what? So to make it more economical, we have developed an equipment that is for twisting and winding. Okay, these are all the equipments what we have developed. This is for the twisting and winding equipments has been developed. So you can see here the whole twisting and and winding. This is the higher speed. So what this mechanization is basically required to increase the capacity and also to improve the quality. To make it more clear for you, I'll just show you a, a small clipping for a minute and two. So you can see first the pseudostem is being taken and it's being dried. We have got equipment for splitting. Then we have equipment for the twisting and winding. We are getting the winded product, and then we are getting the end product. A small video clipping here, so you can see here. This is being done here. First, we are doing the splitting manually. Here also manual splitting, and then this is how it has been done manually. Here she's counting the meters what has been done. So it's a small mechanization intervention. So you can see a splitting here, and then twisting and winding. So this is uh, this comparison with the existing method. So So what this particular equipment has become very popular not only in India, a lot of equipment inquiries and equipment have traveled outside India too. So what as I told you, we get higher quality of the product at a reduced space, and of course mechanization is always with reduction of labor. It is cheaper, higher benefits. So there is a huge benefit if you are going for mechanization. Just I just wanted to tell you that a lot of industry, a lot of NGOs have adopted this particular technology. So we have got the technology released, the technology commercialized, and there are manufacturers who are doing this technology, and and even uh, and even a couple of last year, our Prime Minister also referred about this particular technology, and also the entrepreneur who was who was involved in it. So, what simultaneously we tried to do one more approach of of, of twisting and winding, so that if somebody is interested for a lower capacity, so we can go for this. So you can see here, this is for splitting. Again, this is for winding. So this whole magnet of equipment are available. So what so far we have talked about this particular outside layer in terms of the finer fiber and also coarser fiber. Similarly, the banana central core. So you can see central core, especially in Tamil Nadu and maybe in Andhra and Kerala also. This is consumed in a large way. It is it is also excellently used as a treatment for kidney stone and diabetes, and also a various products are being developed by this product which is called as central core. But again, the challenge is it is not easy to do the size reduction or cutting of the equipment. This is a view of one of the industry who's doing it manually. So you can see how tediously they are doing it. Now here again we have got the total package of equipment for slicing, the package of equipment for dicing, the package of equipment for juice extraction. All this equipment have been developed along with our institute and also along with the NRC banana. So you can see here the capacity of of this particular package of equipment is about 35 to 40 kg per hour, and and this is good for a small NGO or also the entrepreneurs who are involved in it. So again, I'll show you a small clipping of the whole movie, so you can see it. So first, this particular stem is being taken, and then afterward, this is how they are doing it manually. So this is equipment for slicing. This is a slicer. You can see it. So after this goes to the dicer, a slicer and dicer can be joined. And then we have got another equipment where the fiber is being removed. And then we have got one more equipment where this surface water is being removed, and then we are getting the beautiful end product that can be marketed, or it can go for this further value addition. And then we have got other these two equipment that is basically for juice extraction, and also we have standardized the process where the juice extracted, it can stay for 6 months to more than 6 months. Similarly, there's a process protocol. There is a whole process protocol to convert this particular pseudostem into the pseudostem, this flour powder, so that uh, it can be it can be reused. So I told you about this particular uh, equipment for slicing and dicing. Okay, this capacity is about 35 to 40 kg per hour. Assume that you want to go for much higher capacity. Again, we have got this another equipment in which the capacity is about 100 to 120 kg per hour. Again, you can see this is another success story. He's a person who was working, in fact, what is no, he was working abroad. He came back. He came back to India. Then afterwards, no, he went to his own village. He started the entrepreneurship, and now he is employing almost 20 to 25% in their industry, at a, and staying in a remote place in Tamil Nadu. He is supplying the product to Coimbatore, Chennai, Bangalore, Trivandrum, and to a lot of places. So, so then, as I told you, the efforts never go unrewarded. He was awarded as the state best entrepreneur a couple of years back. So, apart from this, there are a lot of success stories are there. There is a lot of government support, especially for banana. Its end product. So there is a lot of government support that is going into it. A lot of government scheme is a scheme is there. Okay, assume that you don't want to convert it into any of the products. Assume that you don't want to convert it into fiber. You don't want to convert it into rope, but still it can be used as a source of, of vermicomposting. So you can see here the challenge is that we need to we need to cut the whole banana stem into the size of about 25 to 50 mm size, so that it becomes a good source for vermicomposting. Or to do vermicomposting, we need to make this particular size, and of course, it is not possible to. It is absolutely not possible to do it manually. So, so what we did is we developed an equipment in which the whole stem can go into this particular equipment, which is called as a, a chipper shredder equipment. So you can see how beautifully this equipment does almost 6,000 kg per no kg per hour. The shredding can be done. So again, as I have been telling, mechanization tool is really important. So we have got the total protocol uh, to convert it into the or, organic manure. So you can see the shredding is there, and then the whole process is there. We also have the process uh, to convert the pseudo stem into the banana plates and other things. I will not go into much of details, so you can just understand that there is a equipment. I got the movie also, but I will not be uh, running it. And then you can see here, uh, it can be converted into billets and pellets. Okay, it can be converted into briquettes and pellets. There are very efficient equipments to convert into briquettes and pellets, and then afterwards the process are available to make this waste from banana pseudostem and to convert into the products from uh, to briquettes and pellets. And and this is one more very efficient technology. So you can see that the whole banana pseudostem, it can be converted into the sap, and that is being used as a source of vermicomposition. So you can see here, it is being this technology. It was developed at Navsari Agriculture University, and they have done a huge number of trials on it, and also a lot of entrepreneurs have have used the technology. So you can see here, such kind of liquid or sap is being collected, and it's converted into the various products. Okay, and then, as I have been telling, it is an alternative to the fiber and plastic. It is alternative to plastic, now, which is a thrust area now. It is also an alternative to replace the plastic in agriculture. So, what all these technologies are available, again, we need equipment, we need mechanization. So what, no, we can, and then the banana leaf is also an whole industry as such. These are the plates from the banana pseudostem outer sheath. So a lot of government schemes are there, a lot of government support is there. I request the students, the entrepreneurs, the faculties, whoever are listening to go into and look at it. Of late, there is a new venture coming out as the banana flower as an ornamental industry. So, but these are some of the equipments that has been developed by us and our team, which I told you regarding the uprooter, the shredder, the whole package of equipment for to use the central core, a splitter and twisting equipment, injector, harvester, plate making, banana fiber extractor, sucker pairing, various models. Okay, so with this, I think I have stuck on to my time of about 55 minutes, and then I thank the support which has been given by the various industries, and also uh, our institute, uh, and also the Banana Research Center was there. I think I'm on time. Uh, I'm I'm on time, ready, Garu. So, do any specific questions from anyone? So, I'm having another 5 minutes to answer your question. Now, time is 4:55. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Students, any questions from students?
I hope I was okay in talking, because I went a bit speed because to cover all the areas. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell
Sir,
us.
you had given detailed overall equipments which are used and which are helpful for the entrepreneurs also. Small scale, medium scale, and also large scale.
Yes.
Discussed entirely from stem and also leaf, everything, even the value-added products from banana also in details. It is more informative, a good presentation to our students also. Because nowadays we had to search for the new alternatives.
Yeah.
We are
Okay.
using the plastic, no,
Okay.
we have to
Okay.
avoid that.
Any queries? Otherwise, I am putting my phone number in the chat box, and also this is my WhatsApp number 9944644069. I am also putting my email ID Naik Ravindra @gmail.com. Any specific question? You can always come back to me anytime, because you may not have questions now, but definitely you'll have questions at a later stage. Please come back. Any
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
specific questions? I thank you for giving me opportunity to share some of my experience. Most of the equipment what we have shown, it has been developed by us or either adopted by us. So uh, I can see Harshvardhan coming and going very frequently. So Harsha, any questions?
No, sir. I am organizing committee. That's why
Okay,
I
okay,
am organizing.
okay, Harsha. Okay, Harsha. Thank
If no questions are there, then Harsha, please conclude the
you. See, I was
Okay,
on
sir.
time, perfect time in a sense, of course.
yes.
Thank you, sir. So, on behalf of organizing committee, College of Horticulture, Venkataramanagudam, it is my privilege to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Ravindra Naik, sir, Principal Scientist, Head, Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering and Regional Center, Coimbatore, for delivering a wonderful lecture on mechanization opportunities in banana cultivation and processing. Sir, you covered all aspects regarding mechanization and processing aspects in banana, especially tissue culture plants planting, banana shredders, decorative products preparation from banana flour, and ripening chamber for banana, extrusion technology, mechanization in processing of banana flour, and also banana pseudostem fiber extraction and banana pseudostem clipper shedder. All mechanizations possible in banana we covered very effectively, and that is very wonderful lecture, sir. Once again, thank you very much for giving your valuable time and explaining regarding this topic. And also convey my sincere thanks to all participants, especially students, scientists from HRS Kobur, and other teaching staff from our college and different colleges. Thank you one and all for attending this program.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you, sir.
opportunity given. So then let us work together. Thank you. Shall I move, Vishnu? Shall I move? Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Reddy Garu. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Sir.